In the fast-evolving world of Pi Network, where innovation seems to happen by the day, one project has suddenly captured the spotlight and stirred up more questions than answers. It's called WorldBanksPi, a fresh submission to the Pi mainnet hackathon, now visible in the Pi browser. At first glance, this looks like a promising step forward for Pi's decentralized ecosystem. But if you've been scrolling through Pi Network's social media lately, you've probably seen the storm it has unleashed. Confusion, debate, even outright skepticism, all fueled by misunderstandings around verification status and the true value of Pi assets. So let me ask you this. Are you confused about the WorldBanksPi controversy that everyone's talking about? Are you wondering if this new application is a legitimate breakthrough or just another scam in disguise? Do you want to finally understand what global consensus value, GCV, really means for the Pi you're holding in your wallet? And most importantly, are you ready to discover why this moment might actually be the turning point Pi Network has been waiting for? Well, Pioneer, you're in exactly the right place. Because in the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal everything you need to know about WorldBanksPi, the truth behind the community drama, and why understanding GCV could forever change the way you see Pi Network. I'll also share some surprising insights about how the Pi hackathon process really works, why skepticism might be a good sign for Pi's growth, and how this controversy could end up strengthening the ecosystem instead of weakening it. So, stay with me until the end, because what I'm about to reveal could flip the entire conversation about Pi's future on its head. Let's now greet and welcome PI pioneers from every continent on this beautiful planet. Whether you're watching from bustling cities in the United States, the vibrant markets of India, the growing economies of Nigeria, the innovative landscapes of the Philippines, or anywhere else in our incredible global Pi family, this moment belongs to all of us together. Right now, I want to see the true power of our worldwide Pi Network community. Drop a comment saying Pi Network to the moon, followed by your country name, to paint this comment section with the colors of every nation on Earth, and don't forget to smash subscribe button and ring notification if you haven't already, so you never miss an update. Let's start with the elephant in the room. WorldBanksPi has appeared in the Pi browser, and the community is going crazy. Some people are calling it a scam, others are excited, and most people are just confused. Here's what's really happening. WorldBanksPi is an official submission to the Pi Network mainnet hackathon. Yes, you heard that right. It's completely legitimate. But here's where the confusion starts. The application shows up as unverified, and this has caused panic among some Pi Network members. But wait, before you jump to conclusions, let me explain something that will blow your mind. Every hackathon application starts as unverified. This isn't a red flag, it's actually proof that the system is working exactly as designed. Think about it this way. Would you trust a platform that immediately verified every new application without proper testing? Of course not. Pi Network has built a secure, step-by-step verification process that protects users while allowing innovation to flourish. The Pi Network Hackathon began on August 21st, 2025 and runs until October 15th with an incredible 160,000 Pi in total rewards. This is one of the biggest hackathons in the crypto space right now. WorldBanksPi is competing alongside dozens of other innovative projects, all fighting for recognition and verification. But here's what makes WorldBanksPi special. While other projects focus on simple applications, WorldBanksPi is tackling something much bigger. It's trying to bridge the gap between traditional banking and decentralized finance using Pi Network's infrastructure. Now, let's talk about something that could revolutionize how you think about Pi Network: Global Consensus Value, or GCV. If you don't understand GCV, you're missing a huge piece of the Pi Network puzzle. GCV isn't just another crypto buzzword. It's a community-driven pricing model that gives Pi a stable reference point for real-world transactions. But why does this matter? Let me paint you a picture. Imagine you're a merchant who wants to accept Pi as payment. Without GCV, how would you know what price to charge? the value would be all over the place. But with GCV, you have a reliable standard that the entire Pi community agrees on. Here's where it gets exciting. WorldBanksPi is one of the first major applications to fully integrate GCV into its core functionality. This means it's not just using Pi as a currency, it's using Pi as a stable, predictable store of value. Think about what this could mean for adoption. Banks, merchants, and financial institutions need stability. They can't work with currencies that swing wildly in value every day. But with GCV providing a steady reference point, Pi becomes much more attractive to traditional finance. WorldBanksPi is essentially testing whether Pi can work in real banking scenarios. If successful, this could open the door for major financial institutions to start taking Pi seriously. We're talking about a potential game changer for mass adoption, but GCV does more than just stabilize prices. It supports peer-to-peer transactions, merchant payments, staking rewards, governance voting, and access to decentralized applications. It's like the backbone that holds the entire Pi ecosystem together. Here's something most people don't realize about Pi Network. It's not just another cryptocurrency. It's building a complete Web3 ecosystem that could compete with Ethereum, Solana, and other major platforms. Web3 represents the future of the internet, a decentralized web where users own their data, control their assets, and participate in governance. Pi Network is positioning itself to be a major player in this revolution. The current hackathon isn't just about building simple apps. It's about creating the foundation for a completely new digital economy. Developers are building financial services, educational platforms, governance systems, and social applications, all running on Pi Network's infrastructure. WorldBanksPi represents something incredible in this context. It's showing how traditional financial services can be reimagined in a Web3 environment. Instead of relying on big banks and centralized institutions, users could access banking services through a decentralized network they actually own and control. But here's the really exciting part. Pi Network has over 47 million engaged pioneers worldwide. That's a user base larger than most countries. When these applications go live, they'll have instant access to a massive, engaged community. The hackathon process itself demonstrates Web3 principles in action. Applications are submitted transparently, evaluated by the community, and verified through consensus. No single authority decides what gets approved. It's truly decentralized governance. Pi Network provides developers with secure SDKs, wallet integration, governance, APIs, merchant platforms, and scalable architecture. This isn't just theory, it's a working Web3 infrastructure that's already processing real transactions and supporting real applications. Let's talk about the economic implications of what we're seeing. Pi Network's merchant ecosystem is expanding rapidly, with vendors around the world starting to accept Pi for goods and services. This isn't just hype, this is real economic activity. Applications like WorldBanksPi that integrate GCV are helping to stabilize this growing economy. They provide consistent pricing, support loyalty programs, facilitate international commerce, and build trust between buyers and sellers. But the potential goes far beyond simple payments. Think about the unbanked population worldwide. Over 1.7 billion people who don't have access to basic financial services. Traditional banks won't serve them because it's not profitable. But decentralized applications like WorldBanksPi could change everything. Imagine someone in a rural area with just a smartphone being able to access the same financial services as someone in New York or London. They could send money internationally, access credit, earn interest on savings, and participate in global commerce, all through Pi Network applications. The institutional potential is enormous too. Supply chain finance, trade settlement, identity verification, data analytics, and public sector innovation are all areas where Pi-based applications could make a real difference. Major corporations and governments are watching blockchain technology closely. They want the benefits of decentralization, lower costs, increased transparency, reduced fraud, but they need stability and reliability. Pi Network's focus on real utility rather than speculation makes it an attractive option. The current hackathon is essentially a testing ground for these ideas. Successful applications will prove that Pi Network can handle real-world use cases at scale. This could attract serious institutional investment and adoption. So, what does all this mean for you as a Pi Network pioneer? How can you position yourself to benefit from these developments? First, make sure you complete your KYC verification if you haven't already. Verified pioneers will have access to features and opportunities that unverified users won't. This is becoming increasingly important as the ecosystem matures. Second, activate and secure your Pi wallet. As more applications launch and merchants start accepting Pi, you'll need a secure way to manage your assets. The Pi wallet isn't just for storage, it's your gateway to the entire ecosystem. Third, start exploring the available applications and merchant platforms. The more you understand how the ecosystem works, the better positioned you'll be to take advantage of new opportunities as they arise. Fourth, participate in governance and community discussions. Pi Network is truly decentralized, which means your voice matters. Active pioneers who contribute to the community often receive additional rewards and recognition. Finally, stay informed about protocol updates and ecosystem developments. The Pi Network space moves fast, and staying current will help you make better decisions about participation and investment. The WorldBanksPi situation is a perfect example of why staying informed matters. While some community members panicked about the unverified status, informed pioneers understood that this was part of the normal development process. The appearance of WorldBanksPi in the Pi browser isn't a controversy, it's a milestone. It represents the maturation of Pi Network from a simple mining app into a comprehensive Web3 platform capable of supporting real-world applications. The integration of global consensus value shows that Pi Network is thinking seriously about stability and utility, not just speculation. This focus on real-world use cases could be what finally pushes Pi into mainstream adoption. The hackathon process demonstrates that Pi Network has built a legitimate, transparent development ecosystem. Applications like WorldBanksPi must prove their worth through community evaluation and technical review, exactly what you'd want from a secure, decentralized platform. We're witnessing the early stages of what could be a major transformation in how we think about money, banking, and financial services. Pi Network is positioning itself to be at the center of this revolution. But remember, this is still early. The most successful pioneers will be those who stay engaged, stay informed, and stay patient as the ecosystem develops. Don't let fear or misinformation cause you to miss out on what could be the opportunity of a lifetime. If this video helped you understand what's really happening with WorldBanksPi and Pi Network, please hit that like button. Your support helps me create more content like this. And here's something fun. If you're excited about Pi Network's future, write Pi Network to the moon in the comments along with your country name and flag. I love seeing our global community come together. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss updates about Pi Network and the latest developments in the crypto space. Share this video with fellow pioneers who might be confused about the WorldBanksPi situation. Knowledge is power, and together we're stronger. Until next time, keep mining, keep building, and remember, we're not just earning Pi, we're building the future of money itself.